Oh, hi. Hello, fellow Star Voyagers. I have half a voice. This is why. That's why I should be speaking a little bit before the stream. Guess I missed a step. Hello. EJ, what happened? And why did that show up on screen when you posted it 8 minutes ago? And I just started the stream. The more you know. But I don't know. Why did these things happen? I played a little last night after the stream, just tried to learn a little bit more about menus, get my bearings, made a quick trip back to the space station. Almost bought a ship, but I think we'll do that today. Welcome back, No Man's Sky. I have very little idea of what I am doing. Just slightly more than absolutely no idea what I'm doing. It was yesterday. We haven't named anything. Oh, we named one thing. We named a plant Jonathan. On request. I think, wasn't it Rain? Rain asked to have us name a plant Jonathan, so we did. This is the third planet that I've been to total. We started on an icy planet. We ended up with some nav point, data point, something somebody told us. And it was just some drop on this planet. It was how we made it to this planet.
Radiation protection falling.
And we should give it a name. I don't know what to call this planet. It already has a name, but I don't know what it is. I have a little nothing of a base. All this stuff around here, I didn't build this stuff. The game had it here. That's why I picked this spot. Oh, come on, jetpack, don't fail me now. Just enough juice to get up here. Messing with it yesterday, trying to get used to the fundamentals of the building system. Dropped a flag out on this little hill. And I want to check out that ancient ruin today. Your internet is still shit. Boo. Welcome back. Sky Gamer Zero. Oh look, it's Twitch Jesus. No, no, I'm not. I have to change into my. Oh, I don't have a phone booth, but. Aha! 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 How are you guys doing? Hey, Rango. Other streams you can watch 720. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I haven't thought about this in a long time, but we used to think a lot about this a couple years ago when the stream was brand new. There seems to be strange routing behaviors, and I don't know how routing behaviors, considering it's all being it's all going through ingest servers at Twitch and it's being processed before you get it, and the points of distribution for you from Twitch are probably no different for one stream versus another, but maybe sometimes they are for some reasons. I don't know. Maybe people using certain ingest servers, you as a client on the receiving end, get paired with different content distribution servers. I don't know what's going on, but I think if you did trace routes on everything, you'd eventually see some of what's going on. I don't know how much data you would need. Crazy. Nice to see you streaming. Thank you. Nice to be streaming. Nice to have a kind of open-ended game. Again, thank you. We are Woo. Thank you for this game. I think we'll be playing it for a while, at least until I think of another game I want to get into, and then we'll have this to come back to. Not like this has a real end, even if it does have a main story thread that has something of a conclusion that doesn't necessarily apply, and not to how we're playing it here.
Radiation protection falling.
So I'm just learning how to play. I'm gonna be jumping a lot left to right. There's so much information on screen, and I'm seeing a preview, same stuff you're seeing, and it's so I block a lot of stuff I need to see. I am still learning controls, mechanics.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
We have a little shack. That's what we've got. The housing system hasn't let us do much yet. I was tempted while just poking around trying to learn yesterday to go back to this base computer. That's our actual task right now. Early game, learn how to do things task. So instead what I did was run around and learn a little bit more about scanning, went to a few sites, made a few holes in the ground, and got a little bit of I'm gonna say something else, but a little bit of a mind of how to organize some of my basics.
Protection falling.
Smoke weed every day.
Ah, Sky Gamer Zero. What is excellent tied to? It has some threshold or restriction. That one might be a sub one. Chronic, what's happening? HC, made it again. Good to see you 2 days in a row. Conquer the galaxy and bend it to your will. Become the true Chaos Emperor we know you can be. I'd be happy with Navigator. And that's when I can even find a direction to go in. Anyways, I've been using the... Let's get the proper name. Is it called a refiner? No, it has some other name. It's not called maintenance. What is this thing called? It is called a portable refiner. All right. Forget what I was saying. That's exactly what it's called. Portable refiner. I've been breaking things down, condensing them into their optimized form. Carbon into condensed carbon, sodium into sodium nitrate, ferrite, what do they call them? Shards, pebbles, dust, ferrite dust maybe. I'm just learning this stuff, but you condense it into pure ferrite. Basically lets you get more packed into the space in your inventory. And since we're using these things to recharge our basic tools, we need a lot of all of them. Dust. Cool. Dust. Ferrite dust. Chromatic metal. I think we're gonna need a lot of that. I've only needed a little bit so far. Trying not to carry around multiple stacks of these things, but some of it we burned through a lot of. I want to use the nav data today. You guys were telling me bits of how to do things, and keep it coming, and I'll ask lots of stuff, and you can ignore me too. I'm gonna ask everything. I'm gonna ask 500 times the number of questions that need to be asked, let alone answered. So do as you will. It's okay to answer or ignore. I should discover a lot of things for myself, but you're welcome to answer and nudge and help or whatever. Nav data. Want to use those, but we've already got some things on the map. Uranium. I think we have more uranium than we need at the moment. Maybe I should have, when I went to play around yesterday, went up to the space station to sell some things. I should have maybe sold some of that uranium. We've got almost 1,000 units of it. Salt seems to have pretty good value. This planet we're on, made our first base here, has a lot of salt. If we want to, we could bring some stacks of salt to sell. What I haven't found on this planet is anywhere to sell. No trade terminal. I haven't really gone looking very hard. Maybe you could help me with that. No trade terminal, and the NPC who's here at this little landing pad, he was happy when we didn't talk to him. He liked that. So I haven't spoken to him again. Found all these in the ground. Look at the value. We've got 750. That's a ship. We could buy we could have our pick of a number of small ships for that. But did we do something about a blueprint analyzer? I don't know how we're gonna get. I don't know anything about a blueprint analyzer, but I think today we're gonna finally talk about blueprints. We've got 400 nanite clusters. I'm sure that's not a lot, but as we discover things, we get more. So nanite clusters, we could buy 1 or 2 upgrades. I would love some tips when we get back to a vendor about what might be good starting upgrades. What are we actually getting for our upgrades? They say a few percent here and a few percent there, movement or underwater or this or that. I don't know. we'll have to look at it together. Trying to keep these relics and effigies for faction rep when we find the right NPCs to give them to, but there's not a lot of inventory room. It's really cramped in here. We have one slot on the starship. We have more on our exosuit. Alucard, thank you for the host, auto host. You're out there. So I'm trying to get a little organized, trying to wrap my head around what we need to keep with us as we travel, replenish. The nav data point may point you in the direction of a terminal. Alternatively, you can go in the station, ask people for points of interest, and they may or may not point out a trade outpost. Let's do that first then. Nav data, maybe we'll get a terminal. So, I think we're okay to travel. We've got some inventory slots. We've got some basic resources. Oh, let me ask you something before we leave, though. I keep going back in here where it's boring just because we don't have to worry about our resources going down. There is something we can craft. We can craft for the multi-tool. I have or had the resources to make the bolt caster. We can make carbon nanotubes, and did I go ahead and make that? I can only think of one reason we might not want to make it, and I'm making it up. I don't even know if it's a thing, but I'm wondering if once we use this slot and put the bolt caster in it, if later we get other tech, are we going to be able to swap it out in the multi-tool? I have to assume yes, but I don't know, so I wonder. Let's make some carbon nanotubes.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Misbehave! Good to see you. Hi. Been on the fence on getting this, just about ready to jump on it, maybe. Well, the PC sale did end yesterday. I was on the fence too. Under the circumstances, I was about to let this sale go when We Are Woo surprised the heck out of me. This is from Woo. He made this possible, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it already. It's kind of aimless, which is perfect for me right now. Open-ended and aimless. Oriyami. Thank you. Hello. Hi. So I will try to answer questions if you have them, but I'm learning. Many of you know more than I do, so I'm trying to learn these things. Chronic, technically you can swap them out, but you have to deconstruct what you already got in there. But you can always remake it again anytime. Once you got a better multi-tool, you'll end up with more slots to use. Excellent. Okay, what was I gonna do? We were gonna make that. We need to make some 3 carbon nanotubes. So we make those in our inventory. We pick a slot. We can make them here. Hold on.
Radiation protection.
Change craft amount. We're gonna make. Don't have enough to make 3. We need to get some plain carbon. I've condensed the carbon, and we need to get some plain carbon. So there's 2, and we need 3. Carbon is extremely plentiful. Plants, and many other things. Organics. Just about any organics will have some carbon. So, and we might find carbon there. And we do have a little mining beam, ray gun. Objects have different durabilities, take different amounts of time to break down. You auto-collect the resources. I'm thinking out loud about the stuff I learned yesterday. It's helping me process it. Weapon can overheat. It's easy to let go and refresh. It's a lot better than the overheating in Mass Effect, when you really, if it overheats, you just, I can't shoot for a minute. In this, if it actually overheats, it's similar but brief. If it just goes red, the bar up at the top, I'm not even shooting at anything, but when it goes red, which it will, not overheating yet. You can still let go and start firing again, and it'll just clear. Thank you for all the tips with understanding how that stuff works. So, yeah, pretty easy to keep your mining beam going. Gotta recharge everything as we go.
Technology recharge.
You'll lurk on Steam and wait for another sale. Definitely keep an eye out for another sale. The Xbox version didn't get a sale, just came out and is $10 cheaper than full price on the others. It's $50, I think. So, how much carbon did we actually need to make one more carbon nanotube? Craft more. You need 18 carbon to craft nanotubes. Carbon. So all these things that are popping up, what they have inside them, their resources that I can get from them, we've already scanned them. And each planet seems to have, those are open. Each planet seems to have X number of flora and fauna to discover. So while it appears that I've identified everything I can find around, I haven't gone that far, but there's more stuff, plants and animals we haven't encountered. I can show you where some of the animals we haven't encountered are. All these green dots, we've encountered those, scanned them. We could name them unless I uploaded them already. I'd have to check. But I figured out yesterday where some of the other animals are, and I haven't been able to scan them. And I'll show you. They kind of scare me. I'm not really sure what's up with this. But watch what happens after we go. We can't stay long in the water. Come on. I don't really know how to swim properly. Come on, help me out here. There we go. Look at them. They're in the water. They're kind of like, but watch, I won't be able to scan them. They're gonna disappear. They're gonna go ghost on me. Oh, I got them. They didn't disappear. What's going on? Yesterday, I couldn't do this. They were disappearing on me. They were doing really freaky stuff. I'm talking about some poltergeist stuff. Hey, cool. Were there even more? I wonder if there were any more. Well, now I don't know what was happening where they were swimming away from me so fast that they appeared to be ghostly. They would all disappear before I could complete a scan.
Extreme radiation detected.
Hey, Ryan. I've got my eyes on. This game is an excellent distraction already. There's so much to focus on and learn right now. Very good to see you, sir. So the basics are our health and our environmental protection are not all that hard to maintain. There are so many resources around that once you get into the basic habit of eating oxygen, you know, whatever you're doing, putting oxygen in your tank and collecting it. In fact, I've collected too much oxygen. I ended up with stacks and I didn't want stacks. Just wanted to have a stack. But carbon's plentiful. Oxygen is plentiful. Ferrite dust is plentiful. And then sodium, things that you pick from plants. See, like, I still didn't overheat the weapon, and it was in the red for 3 seconds or so. The sodium, what was I gonna say? We send out the scanner pulse. I can see there's sodium, the orange over there. It's not showing up in the scanner pulse, but that's sodium and telltale orange glow. At least on this planet, it's orange. Maybe on other planets, it's not orange. I don't know enough, but chronic time of day at times will induce with fauna spawns in certain locations and the density of them. Does not apply to every planet, though. So much randomization. Probably a lot of emergent possibilities. Are there character cosmetics in this game? Yeah. At least now there are. You can change your race between a few, so different suits, outfits. You can change helmet patterns, type of helmets, aspects of your armor, upper, torso, gloves, legs, boots, backpack, patterns, colors of those things. So, fair bit, yeah. Now that it has third person, I understand it didn't always have third person, so that makes... yeah, it would kind of stink if it didn't have that, but they do. Why not? You can do all that stuff. This is the starship we got. I have a question. Does everybody get a random pick of starting ship? I mean, the ship you get, I didn't pick this, is kind of cool. I like it more from the sides and from the back. It's a snub nose, so from the front it looks a little, or even from the side it looks a, yeah, it's like this long, but it's this wide, and from behind you can't really tell. Now all we need is ship customization. One day. So you can't? No customization yet on the ships? I didn't know that. That's okay. So the third... I finally found the toggle. You might have told me where it was yesterday, but I didn't understand a lot of the tips I was getting. This little menu here, D-pad menu, this utilities has some important use it in the game. They aren't really settings. Usually the gear tells me it's options, under the hood stuff. No, this is like in-game, you want to toggle it stuff, like switching your starship view from cockpit display to external. So I finally saw that, and I really like the external view a whole lot more. Okay, I'd go fly around right now, but we're gonna stay on this planet a little bit. We can leave and come back. I've already done that, but looks like someone tried to make a paper airplane look cool by folding the wings up. Yeah, like that. It does look like that. It does look like that. Your starship. I also did not name it, though it's a cool name. It's a cool starting name. I'm alright with that. We can afford some other ships. When we go back to the space station nearby, we'll see all these NPC ships docking. And if we see one we like, we can go up and find out what it would cost to buy it or trade. So we'll get to check that out too. Let's see what this nav data is about. I did not mess with that yesterday. Oh yeah, we do have gestures. Thumbs up. Yes. Now what I wanted to... the D-pad is still a little confusing. What am I looking for? Up. Over. Farming, no. Portable tech, yes. Signal booster, no. Signal booster, yes. Signal booster. Put it over there. So, signal booster. Is this where we want to pick it up? What do we do with this? Outpost, signal detection online. Locate nearby structures. I do have nav data. So I don't necessarily have to input nav data to get it to do something useful. What would nearby structures do? Say locate. Planetary radar sweep initiated. Observatory detected. Observatory, and that would also be a trade output? No, that's where I'm at. You detected where I'm at. Yes, thank you. Brilliant! That was the best scan ever. I'm getting all excited. 95U. That's right here, though. Okay. How about something better? Input nav data. Preparing to compare against known frequencies. Select desired frequency range. Help me understand this. I want trade. So what do I want to scan for? Habitable or secure? Thinking not distress or artifacts. See that capsule to the left, your signal booster, you should open that. With that, you may or may not get upgrades. Yes, there was, they need... Some of them needed, like, pugnium. I think I read I have to start killing some of the scanners. Or sentinels for that. Secure. And secure frequencies. Thank you. Come on. Come on. Manufacturing facility detected. I read something about that, but that's not necessarily trade, right? Manufacturing facility. We can get like a blueprint for something that people farm. They get the blueprint and they make the item after getting the materials, and then they sell it for profit, but sort of an investment and of time and money. Manufacturing facility. So we still don't have anyone to trade with on this planet. I do have more nav data. Should I try another? It's not. It will clearly say trade outpost. I can pick secure again. Fingers crossed. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. An op center. Also not a trade post. It's manufacturing. Manufacturing. They're both manufacturing. Well, maybe we'll find one as we go travel to some other point. Back up, or should we leave it here? Signal booster. See what resources we needed for this. Habitable will just show outposts like the one you're currently at. Okay. So the screen on this requires just chromatic metal, and we do have it. Okay. 31 nanite clusters credited to your account. That's all it does in this case, right? We have to decide where we're traveling to. Check out those manufacturing centers. This was the other thing that brought us to this planet. I want to check out that ancient ruin, and maybe we'll find something else on the way.
Radiation protection void.
That little started shooting around and about. We pick up random bits of stuff. Ferrite, do well to condense it. Got the refiner with me if we want to do that. Oh, what happened to the carbon nanotubes? We were gonna make one more of those. And the multi-tool. Gonna make the bolt caster. And I'm now short on chromatic metal because I used some for, what did I even use some for? We're gonna need copper. Keep an eye out for copper deposit while we're flying around. Now we're short chromatic metal. Hi, Rex. You're doing well. Cheers. Flying around on the planet's surface in the cockpit view was really not that fun for me. Flying around on the planet's surface in third-person view, well, that kicks ass. Going. The floating rocks on this planet are awesome. We should have, or still could consider putting a base on a floating rock if it would let us. So that's a minute, 20 seconds real time. Boost. Oh, hold on. This is not the ancient ruin. But is this a crashed ship? We gotta check this out. I have inventory space now. Remember when you said we'd never find it again? This might be the same one. If it's not, we got... I think this is good luck. What the hell is this? Like a crashed freighter? SV Emperor Ichek Mabak, crashed freighter. Okay, it's big.
Radiation
Not sure where to begin with it.
falling.
A freighter terminal. Log extraction complete. Life goes on, day after day, delivering after. I hope to go home soon. The life of a is not for one like me. Multiple Sentinel energy signatures detected, requiring immediate dropping out of warp. There's the Sentinels. What are they doing? Fighting each other. The Sentinel ships are engaging each other, ignoring us for now. Sentinels appear to have departed their distress signal nearby, broadcasting 16 on repeat. I'm gonna take a look. Salvage materials from the wreck. Yes, please. So, as I was saying, where to begin? This thing's big. The wreck, not the ground. This weren't my first freighter, I might know where to go to look, but this is my first freighter. I'm just... Damn. So these Sentinels, gotta watch out for them harvesting resources or attacking wildlife, any of that stuff while they're watching you. Bad news. Start there. Be bad. Look for blue diamonds in the area around the ship via the scanner. The pulse or the visor? Or both, perhaps. Humming eggs. So the humming and the whispering eggs, those things are new, right? I read a little bit about them. I don't know if we want to mess with that yet.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Hey, maybe that. Down there. Oh, just some flowers. Taking a closer look anyways. That's not what you were talking about though, just because it's blue. Exosuit system boost. Sentinel may not like that, but jetpack power boost. Ori, you like this planet? It was the third one we visited, and the first one I kind of like too. I like the color palette when it's well lit. Wildlife so far. It does have the occasional radiation storm. Should clarify, blue diamond icons. Aha! Blue diamond icons nearby. What's nearby? Cargo pod. That may not be related. Though that's a few How about that? Are we looking for the cargo pods that are nearby? There do seem to be quite a few. That's consistent with the ship that crashed. We can run, we can jet, we can actually punch, and let's see. Forgot, there's that, again, kind of jet punch. Do bumper and A button, that's punch and jet. and you kind of lead with the bumper while moving. Except when I'm thinking too hard about it, it's not working. Anyways, you guys were telling me there was that little movement trick.
Radiation protection.
It works pretty well. Now, one thing I'm struggling with, as with a lot of games, marked waypoints. Alien artifact. That right here? No, not as close. Salt deposits. When you get close to waypoints that you marked, you know, some of the waypoints disappear, and I conceptually get that because you need to be looking at the actual environment, especially when you get to your destination. But it can be really disorienting when you allow yourself to be led to a waypoint. Yeah, and then you kind of get there and it disappears. Even if it's right there nearby, it just can be so disorienting. Fair warning, once you get stuff out of it, it's get out of the area around it as quick as possible. You'll thank me later. The cargo pod or the whispering eggs? Because I heard something about that being the case with the eggs. Where are these pods? Like, there's a copper deposit. Wasn't there a... Yeah, where's the one I highlighted? That one. Things that you highlight aren't always clear. There's so many damn waypoints. I'm having a hard time keeping track of the things I've marked. We have this terrain manipulator, and we can go down into the ground to find these things. We have enough access. Can't open this thing up yet, can we? I don't know if I'm looking for a hatch or if we just need to free it.
Technology recharge.
I'm a little confused. All right, it's here. Why? I don't want to get myself stuck in this hole either. We can create terrain as well as destroy it. Does this thing have a hatch, though? Oh, yeah, on top. There'll be a trade terminal looking thing. You should be able to interact with the key. Is finding which side it's on. Bio input sensor. Chromatic metal.
Technology repaired.
And get the hell out of there. Holy shit, there's some money.
Extreme subterranean radiation detected.
Okay,
Radiation
I see what you mean.
falling.
Need to find the way out.
Detected. Radiation protection falling. Extreme
Holy shit.
radiation detected.
Ah, man. Okay,
Radiation protection falling.
well, that was a bit panicky. I can't see what was going on in there. That was some heavy radiation. That was kind of scary. Not really fun scary, but I'll be ready for it next time. Bit of an oh shit moment.
Technology recharge. Technology repaired.
Unstable gel.
Radiation protection
Unstable gel. So that single unit of unstable gel takes up one inventory slot, and we don't have many. Keeping that in mind. Valuable, though. I'm glad you mentioned it. I would have been a lot more stuck. There's a copper deposit nearby somewhere. That's one. When we leave this site, we should go get some copper. So, closer. Which side is it on?
Radiation protection.
Okay, so it's here. And we need to go that way. Did I get that? Just make sure it's clear. Alright. Nice.
Extreme night radiation detected.
Yo, Bob! Is this game too grindy for you? No. No, not really. Enterprising. I've always liked a good grind. Back to the first Final Fantasy. Symphony for a Lost Traveler. I love that noise that they keep playing for journey achievements. How are you doing today, Bob? Now, the aimlessness of this game is right about where my head is, so... It's a match. We're short on chromatic metal. We need copper. So we'll be back. If there's any closer. That's pretty close. Let's go there. There's a copper deposit here? I don't see it. They say copper deposit? I don't see the copper. Hey, copper. That does not look like copper to me. Am I missing something? Would it be pretty far down? So far, the only deposits I've seen were on the surface. Salt, copper, 400, maybe underground. Happens from time to time. Then I'll dig down to it if it's there. Alien artifact, not too far. Alien data structure. There's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff. Where's I digging? Hey, there it is. Judging by that sinkhole close to you, that's usually indicative of a cave system or underground source. You saw a sinkhole. I didn't notice one. I mean, I made that hole just up there, so. Saw a sinkhole though, huh? Head up to that alien data structure.
Technology recharge.
I'd even want to pick up some sodium while we're moving around.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Alien data structures. I've not seen these. Nav data. Did they all have nav data? Oh my god, it's a wealth of nav data. That's high. That's awesome. That's like the mother lode of nav data. What the heck? Tell me that's not uncommon. Just get a load of nav data like that. And we can use those on any planet and they kind of adapt. Is that right? If as we're walking by anything, we happen to see some unidentified, there are some left. Seen an unidentified on this planet in a while, but there are. Instant mining laser. Still don't have one of those. Okay. We needed some copper, we got some copper. We gotta make more chromatic metal if we're gonna keep opening those pods. Probably need even more copper before we head back to our ship, which is up at the site. If we can find another copper deposit that's not too far away. That could be the one we came from. They stay marked if you don't completely tap them out. Alien artifact nearby. So this game is really just going to be evil about you're trying to do something over here, but you go over here to get a resource, then you see something over here, then you see something over here, then you see something over here. Then you forget where you were even going, right? Tell me that doesn't happen all the time in this game. I think we're going to learn a new word of the language of the dominant species on the planet. Used to be the Korvax word for probability. It's like 9 or 10 words now.
Falling.
All about prioritization, my friend. Yes. Not so easy to do with a world of distractions, a universe of distractions. What are we doing? I was gonna copper. Where were the 600, 900? One of these is the one we were at. 500, 700. That's probably the one we were at. Now that you can play it with people, it helps spread the workload. Single word learn stuff. You don't like that, Ryan? Seems pretty slow going. Don't really have an opinion on it yet.
Units received.
There's stuff I shouldn't pass up, like dihydrogen. I'm not collecting it right now. Is that silly? Should I be adding that to the stack of things?
Radiation protection.
For instance, in the Starship, I'm trying to keep uranium, tritium. The salt was unrelated. Trying to learn what basic stacks I should try to maintain.
Technology recharge.
A lot of copper. Looks like a lot of copper.
Radiation protection falling.
Not terrible at monoliths. You have about 3 of those stones a pop. You can go to stations, outposts, ask people to teach you words. Doesn't take that long.
Technology recharge.
So our pure ferrite's getting low, and the only ferrite dust I picked up today was just when we were talking about collecting resources. I think I got randomly. So we're actually going to need to collect some ferrite just to keep recharging this mining laser. It seems tedious to finish off these spots. Like, you really want to burn your laser to get the last remaining bits. It seems kind of pointless. When do those
Well, what do
despawn?
we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Yeah, no. So where was that other copper deposit? There were a whole bunch just nearby. You go look at the damaged machinery. We'll never get back to the pods. Chromatic metal. All right, we need to start taking the copper that we've got and work with it. So where's that portable refiner? Drop it. Fuel in it.
Technology recharge.
We are going to need some basics soon. We've been burning through the basics here. Need to take the copper. Take 2 minutes to turn it into 125 chromatic metal, which will get us into 4 more of those pods, minus what we need for this. And we'll see. All right, while that's going, we're being watched by a sentinel. That's unhelpful. We could collect some ferrite dust. Even if you're not being watched by a sentinel, if you're near a sentinel, they seem drawn to the activity. So that can be a problem. refresh at some point. You haven't nailed it down. You'd notice after going back to one of your bases in a previous system which had a deposit next to it, which you had mined previously, it did return when you went back. Alright, that's good to know. Where's the equipment? Yeah, that's doing 79, still going. Okay. Game is a solid base, but it needs quite a few of the quality of life changes to make it really good. They do seem to be moving in that direction. We need some straight carbon, and it almost feels like a Dr. Seuss planet with some of these striped, tentacled. Alright. Let's take the chromatic metal. Also, take the carbon. Process that. Be able to open this up. The chromatic metal. Big bucks, no whammies. 32 nanite clusters. Okay. Be it. You want to see a Dr. Seuss planet, you should see the one you've got your main base on. Do tell. Carbon. I can work on some more of this in another spot. Take that with. Alright, let's head back in the direction of the ship. But if there's any copper between here and there, kind of, we should go get some more. Was some more nearby. Here we go. Trees basically look like giant candy canes. Perfect. Look at those. No. One of my hang-ups with the reason I'm not naming things is because I don't know what to name these things. There's so much stuff. What the hell would I name this stuff? It's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. You guys want to suggest names? I won't necessarily go with them all. You know, you might, especially if you're trolling, but whatever. We'll see. If you guys want to throw things out there from time to time. I may have already locked in some of the random names for this planet. It's like a 9-year-old's creation in Spore. I remember when Spore came out. Ferrite, what was I doing? Ferrite dust. I didn't condense it yet. We can still charge it with ferrite dust, but not very efficient. Buried tech module. It's close, let's go. For your home base planet, you could do viewer names, XCOM style. We could do something like that. Who knows if this will be a home base planet? It's our first base. I do like the planet, but it's only the third planet we visited. I don't think we can say we've found home after only visiting 3 planets. Named one creature you found. It was basically this plant-like thing, kind of looked like an oddish with multiple tentacle arms, so you called him Mr. Diddles. At least these things don't sprout radiation. Salvage tech. So what's the word on that? I either missed an answer earlier, or let me go ahead and ask again. The salvage tech. It mentions a blueprint analyzer. At this point in the game, should I be selling those for a whole lot of cash, or saving those and trying to use them? Salt deposit. What are we doing on inventory slots? We only have none. We only have none left. We need to condense some of what we're carrying. And enough chromatic metal to make this right now. Let's do it because it'll free some stuff up. Build. We now have a bolt caster. We have inventory room, and now we need to make more chromatic metal out of the copper we just picked up. Dense that ferrite. We don't really need 4 units of salt. If we do go for a salt, pick up dihydrogen. Likewise, we don't need 2 units of dihydrogen. I'm gonna keep the unstable gel, worth 80,000. Ryan, for you naming creatures, viewer names might lead to an extinction event for the planet. If you go by previous experiences, you might have to be careful. I was thinking about grabbing, since we're by a salt deposit. Hold on, which way is the ship? It's time to get back to the crashed freighter, those pods. Projectile weapons like the bolt caster require ammo, craft ammo with ferrite dust, I think. It's pretty cheap to make. Which were the pod symbols?
Radiation protection falling.
Salvage tech is used in the blueprint analyzer, which gives you base stuff. So yeah, I'd save them until you've exhausted the stuff in the analyzer. Do I have a blueprint analyzer? Is it at a what, where, etc.? I can't see my current hazard protection levels. But because projectile ammo, are you trying to tell me if I don't craft projectile ammo, you're not going to let me see my health and I might actually be dying and I wouldn't know because you're trying to get me to craft projectile ammo? Fine. Now, can you clear that and show me that yeah, thank you, game, come on. That's not cool. If I want to ignore the ammo prompt, don't forget to tell me that I don't have any environmentals or I'm running out of oxygen. Priorities, game, priorities.
Technology recharge.
You should be able to craft it. It would be in the portable tech tree.
Radiation protection falling.
Portable tech tree. Later on. Talking about something for, yeah, where, Would it go in the multi-tool or would it go in the starship? For the base building. Oh, places the signal booster in the refiner. But portable refiner signal, but those, I only have 3 things there. You mean something else? Jetpack boost! That's sweet. Wait, where's the alien artifact? Is it up here? Is that why? Got a jetpack boost? Well, I got all distracted by the jetpack boost. There it is. A word for please. It would be there, you just don't have yet. The base computer should give you the blueprint for it. Yeah, we have an objective to go back to the base computer. I've been ignoring it all day so that we could just explore and do stuff. When we get back to the base, I guess we'll do that. Here's what we're supposed to do. Return to the base computer. Falling off of things and using your jets to cushion the landing never gets old, does it? I don't think it's ever gonna get old. We're short. Chromatic metal. Need to make some real quick. We brought the copper. Need to make the metal.
Technology recharge.
Alright, well that's going.
Radiation protection falling.
Hi. Mining beam just cease. Freighter turn. Huh? Something special about that spot? Is there another terminal? Did that make sense? Is that a different alien artifact from the one we just went to? Still marked. There's so much stuff. That mission you have for the base computer is probably the one that's gonna give you the blueprint for it. We should definitely not wait too long. Pull out what it already has while it's still going. Sweet. Can I put more in the hopper while it's still going? Not exactly. Copper, copper, copper. I did have another stack to put in. So leave that going. Let's pop this open.
Technology prepared.
Get the hell out of Dodge! Polyfiber. It might be highly radioactive by our station here too. Close enough, I can get near it.
Message coming in.
Indie Coffee! Thank you for the host. It's done. Cheers! Meetings. Having a good day. Hey. Oh, pick it up. Ish. Yep. Wanna check that alien artifact real quick. that's... Yeah, no, that's the one we already got. It's just still highlighted. Why is it still marked? Waypoints don't auto-clear maybe when you get to them? Looking for any more pods.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge. Radiation protection.
So I guess you just hope that the hatch isn't underneath.
Technology repaired.
A warp cell, that's gotta be useful. I had a warp cell before.
Radiation
We already interacted
protection
with the
falling.
computer, right? Okay. Oh shit.
Radiation protection falling.
That had a big spike. That computer terminal is in the spike.
Radiation protection falling.
Curious about the quest log. Freighter salvage. Would actually check that off when we've got every pod cleared. I want an easier way out. Have enough? We do.
Technology repaired.
To check if my inventory is full or not. Starship launch fuel. Normally it should check off. Okay. See how we're doing on Dove. 110, we can still open some things up. A little bit of inventory space. If we go back to the ship, I can stack that salvage tech. One more slot in the Starship as well. Polyfiber's worth 200k. We are going to get be able to get a new ship. What happens if you buy multiple ships? Where do you leave your extra ships? At a space station? On a planet? In the ether? Oxygen. We have more than a full stack of oxygen. We don't necessarily need that. Warp cell. Antimatter-based fuel. It's in the void. All right. That works. Void works. Starship inside object. Not really.
Technology recharge.
This nav data. we've got to use a lot of this nav data. 3 inventory slots for nav data seems like a lot. I guess we'll be on this planet for a while. We don't have to. We can use it on another planet. We can take it to another planet. We haven't even found a trader on this planet still. And that nav data might find us one. Start crunching through it. Cleaning up what's in the inventory here. Got a full stack of sodium nitrate, oxygen, condensed carbon. Have room for this bolt caster. I wasn't really planning on using it yet. We can make that stuff when we need ammo. Right now we don't need ammo. I'd rather have the inventory space for other stuff. Ferrite dust. We do need to make some pure ferrite. Brings you back to the inventory system being a mess. Yeah, that could. I'm adapting. Ferrite dust, pure ferrite, go. Ship to refresh that. Also, we could use a save. Can we not get in the ship when we're crafting? 4 point saved. I didn't stay in the ship very long. All I needed was like 10 seconds, and we'll replenish for free. You've gotten to the point where you're just using multiple ships as extra storage. Ah, it's like Diablo characters. I use all my character slots as banks. Suppose we'd get antimatter out of a warp cell. No? Right. Anything else we want to work on? Ionized cobalt. Nope, I don't think so. Mode, mine, that, this, that. Rain manipulator, pure ferrite, recharged. And that used a lot of pure ferrite. So we're actually, that's what we're shortest on. We just used half the stack I made.
Radiation protection falling.
Okay. So we're still looking for a couple of these manufacturing facilities. We're looking for more pods that are right here around this crashed freighter, hoping to get our first freighter side quest checkbox, just tick it off. Ancient data structure, is that? It's not necessarily up in the air on the freighter. Alien artifact. Isn't that the one we went to? Why is it still marked? Shouldn't the alien artifact have cleared after we dealt with it? Right, there's a cargo pod. Let's get that cargo pod, and then I guess let's double check that alien artifact. Lucky on the hatch.
Technology repaired.
Sometimes they don't clearly.
Radiation protection falling.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Radiation protection falling.
That one was bad. Hey, it checked off. It's gone. Okay, so we got all the pods here. Now I can be happy about leaving.
Radiation protection falling.
So from here, before we take off, where are we going? Do we want to check out some of the other nav data? Got that ancient ruin, which would probably teach us some words. Might even want to go up out of the atmosphere to get there. Should you always do a locate nearby structures first? Seems like you'll get some freebies depending on what happens before you use your nav data. Freighter crash site located. Really? You don't say. Well, it's another one. It's okay, it's another one. Well, excessive. We're never gonna get to another planet. How about a trader on this planet? I want a trader on this planet. Supply depot. Not the same thing, right? Supply depot is not a trade depot. It's not a trade post. Manufacturing facility, resource depot. A lot of stuff on this planet, but nobody who wants to buy my stuff. Yeah, it's not that we need the cash, it's that I want to know that if I'm on this planet harvesting, I can sell stuff without having to leave and go to a space station. What did I just hit? I'm not sure what option I hit. What did I just hit on the last time I went into the menu? I did not use another nav data. Whatever it was, I didn't use it. Try the outpost option, but you got a feeling it's only going to pop up an outpost similar to where your base is at. Ooh. Is it just saying no? I mean, it took it. It took it and we got nothing? It just ate our nav data for fun? Do we have too many waypoints? That is a scary amount of waypoints. Alright. Well, then we wasted 2. If I clear some of these others, it'll help find more. We gotta go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Pulse engine. We'll recharge. Tritium, launch fuel. Let's not waste it right now. The uranium. Tons of uranium. Alright. Well, the planet's ours, but where to go? Let's check out that alien ruin. It's not close, but maybe when we get there, we can find. No, no, no! God, I've done that a few times. I'm trying to tag something and I land because I'm like flying in ground effect. And I'm trying to tag something when my reticle's over it and it says hold X to tag. Ah. Yeah, I've sat down a number of times doing that. Not clear. Hitting it until it finds a spot it doesn't hate. Gravitino ball. I don't even know what that is.
Radiation protection falling.
Bunch of stuff here. Careful around this place. There may or may not be bad times ahead. This is my boltcaster. And that's my mining beam. We have 3 things now. It's not just a quick toggle. Okay. Ancient key. Do a lot of planets have floating structures and terrain? Yeah, jetpacks.
Technology recharge.
Noise. Even if it's a render issue? No, no, no. I mean, there are lots of floating rocks. I don't think it's a render issue. I don't know what's going on with that and the procedural generation of structures, but there are plenty of floating islands on this planet, at least. That can't be a rendering issue. large artifact crate. I want to get that open. Oh yeah, the Gravitino ball. There's still more here.
Radiation protection falling. Technology prepared.
Nanite. Hypothetically. Okay, where's the... Not the buried tech module, although I want to check that out. Gravitino Vault, seemed there were multiples. Ancient data structure, there's so much stuff! Where's the, that thing? That's the thing I wanted to check first. There's so much stuff! So many icons. Oh, we'll never find too many of them! Okay.
Technology prepared.
Key?
Technology prepared.
Key!
Technology prepared.
Elegant calligraphy. Whoa, that's worth over $1 million. Look at that. Holy shit. When you go to sell stuff, is it possible there aren't enough credits? I was looking at the trade terminal yesterday at this stack, and it was in red. The amount that we would get for it was in red. And they didn't have enough to pay? Wow. 1,461 years old. Text in this document does not seem to concern anything out of the ordinary. However, the letters themselves do appear to be written in blood. Necronomicon ex mortis. What was with these Gravitino balls? Do I want to go back to the ship and save first? I'd be worried about this thing. That's what was making noise. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Did say this could be a bad time. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. All I know is there's sounds behind me and I don't want to look back. Where's my spaceship? They're playing music. Some shit going down. Sentinels searching. Okay, I see. We're being heavily scouted. And they are gonna try to pick a fight. Detected. Okay. I don't think those sentinels are gonna be a problem. Maybe they still are. I don't really know what they can do to a ship, but Sentinels searching. That. Where did I just land at? That would be the bad times you were referring to. Sentinel Force deactivated. This doesn't look very sound. Hazardous flora. Inside. More hazardous flora.
Radiation protection.
Whispering eggs? I don't know, those are the I gotta, I don't want to fuck with those, do I? I don't have the firepower or experience to deal with that, do I? Cool to know this planet has this stuff, though. I was reading a little bit about this. Please confirm for me that I don't want to screw with this yet. I don't have, this is... Can mark it, though. Save and chart. And we can name it, right? If we wanted to. This is Eagles Plains. Just write that down. Eagles Plains, abandoned with whispering eggs. How nice and clear it is, the compass off in this direction. Ah, Chronic saw your other answer. May not be there now, but the depreciating value, some systems, higher sell value, a higher buy value. We just got to find the right one. Some sodium, plain sodium. Have some. Did the it's so easy for me to lose my orientation. Where'd the pod go? Stop looking at me. Scanner's looking at me and I can't even find the silly... It didn't despawn, did it? It doesn't... Right. Here's somewhere. Well, okay, we'll go to the alien artifact. But where was the damaged terminal? It was like right here. I was running back to it. You have learned the Korvax word for hi. Bye. Mutant plant. That's so silly. It has to. Unidentified. Something unidentified. There's an unidentified near here. I haven't seen one in a while. There is something unidentified right around here.
Technology recharge.
That bugs me. The damaged terminal appears to have despawned, or I just can't see it because there's too many icons. Ugh. Making me a little nutty though. Because running towards it, I pan the camera to avoid the sentinel, and then where'd it go? Same sort of thing. There was an unidentified, unless I just saw the word uranium and misread it. Thought I saw an unidentified something. Or over here. It could have just been the word uranium. At a glance, thought I saw unidentified. Gray. Next to gray. We ran out for the damaged capsule, though. I mean, that's why we ran in this direction, and it's gone. Matter, but you despair on me. Pop my head into the water, see if there's any creatures we haven't identified in there yet. Also find out, if we check discoveries, it should tell us. On this planet, we found 9 of 12 fauna. 9 of 12 species. Covered 11 varieties of flora. Does it say how many? Maybe that's all. 11. It looks like a full bar. Alright, so we've identified all the flora. 4 waypoints. Eagles Plains is where those whispering eggs are.
Extreme radiation detected.
Want a glimpse? Anything in here? Yeah, I'm. You shouldn't mess with those eggs. What did we get out of the Gravitino ball? Extremely rare, valuable, divergent supergravitational forces, a supersymmetric particle cluster. Value. Are we going to end up? So much of this stuff we're getting, we're going to end up selling. In part because we can't use it yet. Have the right experience, tools, combination of things. Why don't we go back to our base and get the blueprint scanner so we can go scan the stuff that we have, and then we're gonna have to make a trip to sell something at some point. Also gonna need a break here soon, so let's go back to base. Let's see about the blueprint scanner. Launch thrusters at 50%. So I saw some ships at the space station yesterday. Hold on. Just looking at what we're flying over. Ready? We haven't been here yet. Got a landing pad and really need to check it out and see what's here, don't we? Could be a trader even though we didn't find anything marked. Welcome back. Chronic, I just found a site nearby with a... Oh, I got away from that. I found a bunch of whispering eggs and didn't touch them. What do you think of that? Found an abandoned site with a ton of whispering eggs, and I'm thinking I shouldn't mess with them. Right here, though. One planet could keep me busy forever, man. I'm just... There could be a vendor at this outpost. Looking for terminals. Wait, let me see. Is there any data laying around? Nanites. Got data. Rip didn't have data. Save and chart. Wait, this is Squeaky. I know we can spend them for upgrades,
Radiation
blueprints and upgrades. Feel free to share more. Yeah, I want to ask about what are some good starter upgrades, because when we get back to the space station or wherever we next have the opportunity to shop for them, I wonder what might be good to spend on. Good call on the eggs. That would have been bad times. I had a feeling I was reading just a little bit about him. Hooray. Korvax transmission tower. Convergence. It's the only word we can read in there. The lifeform's mask flashes a repeated pattern. They gesture towards their manifest as if to recruit me for some task. Yes. Okay. Hopefully we're not gonna test. We're not a test subject. I hope. I'll have to complete their task to learn more. Valiant confrontation. Feed creatures. Met a couple creatures on this planet. Ammo. Locate creatures on the planet's surface. Feed planetary creatures. Okay, well, sure. I mean, sure, why not? There's an ancient data structure that's not too far. Just head that way and feed creatures on the way.
radiation protection falling.
It's not odd. Do you have any plans of doing a marathon? I mean, like, I used to do really long streams all the time. I don't have any plans. I'd love to.
Technology recharge.
Oh, like Tomb Raider series? Well, same answer kind of applies. I don't really have any plans of any kind. I don't have any plans. I'm dreadfully broken these days. Last of Us series. Nice. I see what you did there. Yeah, I don't recognize those. Flowers. Gamma weed. Guess we've seen them before. Data structures. We better get back to base because we're going to fill up our inventory with nav data here. It's, in fact, we're going to have to dump some junk. What do we not need? We don't need that extra little stack of oxygen. Also get rid of the 56 sodium that's easy to replace, or we just condense it. Let's condense a few things right here. Gamma weed just blaze!
Technology recharge.
Hey, do we have what we need to feed? Come back here, I want to feed you. We need ferrite dust to feed. Okay. Depends on the creature. Might even have kept some of the raw carbon. That might be what some of these creatures want. Still trying to make some. All right, let's need some ferrite. Ferrite dust.
Radiation protection falling.
Need to find some of the critters again. You come back, I want to stuff food in your mouth. What does it say? Copper required? Cobalt required. I want someone who's not a picky eater. Go back to the outpost, check the walls. There may or may not be a panel. We'll have a multi-tool in it. Ferrite dust. Hey, we got a friend. But you. We need cobalt. I don't have cobalt. We have to feed 8 creatures. Oh yeah, we still have a pal. Are we gonna have all these creatures following us? This works. Come back, Shane. Come back. Okay. We're just getting further and further away from the ship. Let's start heading back that way. Ah, lost in space indeed. I'm gonna need to take a break soon. Very soon. Don't have... Oh. You'll take ferrite dust. Come on. Please, let me feed you. Don't have any more ferrite dust. Darn. Go away, Sentinel. Hey, Green. Oh, I think I just need a break. I mean, we can't just pause here. We got to get back somewhere. But I'm enjoying this. I'm also just, oh, it's too much. We need to get back to the ship. We need to feed 8 creatures. We need to keep our supplies up. We need to do all these things at once. And I'm overwhelmed right now by icons and waypoints and objectives. We don't have to do any of it, but there's so many choices. I am a bit choked by choice right now. What the fuck should I do? There's too much to do. There's way too much for me to process right now. I just need a break. Go in a couple hours. You avoid those feed missions, they're a real pain in the ass. Well, the word convergence, is that a clue in for a feed mission? Green, now this is, I have no, I don't, guild? Got me. Green, I'm new to this. I don't know how to play yet. Just trying to figure out the basics. I have no idea if it's for a guild mission. I don't think so. I don't think I've joined a guild. Or maybe that's not even what you mean. Maybe don't join guilds. I have no idea. The answer. I don't have any cobalt. What about you, Spiky? You'll take ferrite dust, won't you? God, this is a pain. I mean, maybe first person would be a little easier, but having to keep reticles on things to scan them isn't so bad. Seems pretty tricky when you're trying to feed. Bet you got it from a dude in a building? Yes, I sure did. These ancient keys. We picked up ancient keys, and I can't use them because we got more keys than we needed to open the chest at the site, so now there's another inventory slot used by something I don't want to destroy. What should I do with those ancient keys? If I save them, that's going to be taking up an inventory slot until we have a chance to another chest. Seems like it could be a while. Guilds or merchant, exploration. This guy. Only accessible in a space station. Mission givers you can build up rep with. Yeah, those relics I'm carrying, I guess they're in the ship, so if I meet people when I'm not near my ship, I'm not going to be able to hook them up anyways.
Technology recharge.
You a cobalt eater? No? You like ferrite dust? Good. Is that 4 or 5? 5.
Radiation protection falling.
You can use those keys at other sites. You choose to keep them. I was guessing I could, but we have to find another site in inventory in use until then. I did find the toggle. Yeah, I prefer the third-person view. Although I can see some occasions where the first person would be a little better. Not a big first-person guy.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Inventory full. Of course it is. Okay, but we got our ferrite dust that we want just to feed a few more creatures. We can condense the rest. Find the rest. Here we go. Come back. I have food for you. If only you knew. I have your favorite food. You got your snacks right here. I won't go running at your buddy. He's gonna... He knows what's up. You just got snack. Don't you want a snack? Got your snack right here. We got off on the wrong foot. Come on back. 7. finally scanned one of those yesterday. Got those. Come on, one more. What do you eat? You don't want ferrite, right? Cobalt. One more. Little spiky guy. You like third person in general, but you've been playing No Man's Sky from the beginning. You're used to first person. Yeah, I know, I just need one more. If you find a cave, there's usually cobalt in there. Good point. We saw a cave yesterday, there was cobalt in there. Damaged machinery. Last one I saw disappeared on me when I went 100 yards away. Cobalt! Of course.
Radiation protection falling.
Come on, just one more critter, please. So I can check this off, go take a break. Also use this scanner to find elephant deposits. Yeah, like that, if that's what you mean. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of that. This may be a cave system. That's probably cobalt near the edge of the cave.
Technology recharge.
Whoa, hey, I haven't seen you before.
Units received.
Baby's got back. Hey, you want to eat?
Radiation
Arbesa, thank you very much. Hello. You're friendly. This thing's friendly. I can find out what it wants to eat, but I can't. Are we too close to the cave? It doesn't trigger. Hey, thank you. Diet partially digested meat. It's a crab mantis. That thing is awesome. Look at that. So friendly. You're friendly to the thing. It didn't murder me.
units received. Units received.
Are the humming eggs? Is it reasonable to go after the humming eggs? I mean, the whispering ones, I've been warned. Not to mess with yet. Slots in inventory, of course. Oh, come on. I'm gonna leave this spot until we haven't even found the 8th creature to feed yet. Oh, come on. They're not in a cluster, they're pretty safe. Hey.
Technology recharge.
So the pearl has value, but not that much value. It seems. We get the cobalt stack. We got the cobalt stack. I'm not worried about the salt stack right now. This is inventory management. Inventory management.
Technology recharge. No free slots in suit inventory.
I know. This little guy.
Technology recharge.
We still need that ferrite dust to feed creature. I just do not have room for the stuff. Oh, because I don't have carbon. Oh, come on now.
Falling.
Carbon. Don't have room. Guess I'm dropping the extra carbon because carbon's easy enough to pick up more of. Got my tool and try and find another spiky to feed ferrite dust and then process the rest of the ferrite dust and then try to finish this quest and take a break. I'm trying to take a break here. Got the 7 creatures and then no more spikies. Go sell 2 of those stacks of nav data. They're easy to come by. I have nowhere on this planet to sell green, and I'm not ready. That's... sorry if I'm getting a little short. I need a snack and a break. Really badly. There is nowhere on this planet to sell yet at all. Not a trade outpost. We have used like 8 nav data. We have been all over. I have a base here. We have 5 landing pads. We have not found a single place on this planet to sell a single thing. So I can leave and go to the space station, but I haven't even done the part of the main quest yet where we get our blueprint analyzer. I don't even have a blueprint analyzer yet. I'm still trying to learn how to play the basics. And so yeah, I am way behind that curve. You know, we'll get there at some point. We don't have a trade outpost on this planet. We've looked. We got to the point where it was eating my nav data. It was just taking my nav data and giving me nothing. So I tapped it all out. Uh-oh. Ignore the poison. Feed. Feed. Feed.
I am assuming direct control.
Why wouldn't there be a Walmart on a radioactive planet? I mean, really? Yeah. What's up, man? I am. Yeah, I am in such need of break.
Free slots in suit inventory.
Slots in suit inventory. Free slots in suit inventory. But yes, I'd like advice on things to sell once we get to a place where we can sell. We can't seem to do yet. Deploy this, get a few things going. You should check the building where you got the quest. Normally buildings where you get quests will have trading terminals in the back. I don't have access to the back of the building, nor the last
Radiation
one.
protection. Falling.
Yes, I've heard that they have trade terminals in the back. There is no back that I have access to. We'll look again.
Technology.
Behind the guy who gave it to you. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. We'll go back in there in a second. I'd love it if there was actually a trade terminal I've been missing all these times.
Radiation protection.
So here's the guy. Is there a different type of trade terminal? Something that doesn't look like the trade terminals I've seen? This thing a trade terminal? Transmission tower. Huh. I didn't notice that before. Yeah, Green, I'm looking for him since yesterday. We've been on this planet since yesterday, even though I've left. And forget that for a moment. Forget the trade outpost. Forget the terminals. What's going on here? Long ago, it seems, an automated distress call went unanswered. If I can crack the encryption pattern, I could potentially extract the coordinates. I am bad with number patterns. Feel free to solve this. I'll look at it, but I am really bad with number patterns, especially when I'm being observed. My brain just shuts down. I won't even think clearly. The times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. 720. 720. Yeah, I mean, that's why I was saying you're welcome to. That's what I was starting with. You're welcome to solve these. If you guys see me with the number puzzle and I say, hey, you don't need to wait for real confirmation. That's a small miracle that I saw the multiplier and they're increasing. The odds of seeing that next time for me are pretty low. I don't like number pattern puzzles. I don't like them. My brain shuts down. I won't normally see them. Korvac rank. Point of interest. I don't even know what did we just detect. There was too much going on. I don't get it yet. Saying is you shouldn't play the witness. Is it full of puzzles like that? Damster back to space. Yes, yes. I am so desperate for a break. I should just walk away. I'm losing it. I can't even greet people properly. I'm kind of losing it. I'm way too overwhelmed right now. I'm enjoying this, and I am discombobulated. We got nanite clusters. But I'm trying to come back and not be choked. My inventory is just full. I don't even know what we're doing next. I'm trying to get back to our base, and we keep finding things. There's so much stuff on the planet, on every planet, I imagine, that it is truly overwhelming right now. I want to get us back to our base. Yes, right now, even before taking a break. I've been trying to get back there by way of the few things we ran into. Witness is all patterns and puzzles and stuff. Yeah, I won't play it then. Thank you for clarification that I should just avoid it. You can camp in the outpost for a hot minute if you want to take a break. I know. No, I want to actually tidy up a little bit before I take a break.
Radiation protection falling.
I'm sure I'm not getting attached to the base. I'm rather, I don't even know what to say. I'm good! I'm good! I'm good! Okay? I'm good. Something like that, yeah. I mean, I'm really gonna overload from information. I'm just gonna have to just it's okay. I'm encouraging it. Mostly encouraging it. I want all the information, but there is no conceivable way I can take in the volume of information that the game is presenting, or the chat is presenting, or the combined volume. I'm taking in about 5% on each, so. Shit! Oh no! Just hit the ground. Just hit the ground. Just hit the ground. There is enough I can jet up there, but I somehow screwed it up.
Radiation protection falling.
No, I need to take the break and disappear before someone else gets here who's excited to see me playing the game. This is ha 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 ha. We're supposed to check in with the base computer since yesterday. Right? Okay. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage technology from nearby plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. I got it. I got it. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. New building part learned. Blueprint analyzer. Portable blueprint decryption device. This field deployable memory salvage module allows the user to recover valuable data from old or damaged technology. Magnetized ferrite. Okay, we don't have that. We can make carbon nanotubes. Magnetized ferrite. That may be from your ferrite. Okay, portable tech. First of all, put down my refiner for ferrite.
Technology recharge.
On for ferrite. Magnetized ferrite. How much did we need? Didn't need all of it. Like 25 units? Like that. At least this house isn't a 1 by 1 by 1. I nearly made something like that when we first had to. Yeah, it's a shack, all right. Computer blueprint analyzer. Missing components. We need the carbon nanotubes. Was it one? Need one carbon nanotube, or did we need two? Just the one. Blueprint analyzer. It was close to being one. Okay. Now. Analysis unit online. Awaiting input. Diagnostic suggestion. User should recover buried technology from dig sites. Equip and utilize an analysis. Advisor. Blueprint research. Okay. Excel. Blueprint analyzer. Need multiple salvage tech. I have a bunch in the ship. Save points. So we can... Buildable save point for managing your progress. Base teleport. Allowing the user to move quickly between their constructed bases, as well as any space station terminuses connected to their network. So if I put a teleport module at the base, I get it, we're going to make other bases. But if we put a teleport module, could we bounce back and forth from the space station? Then we wouldn't need a trader terminal on the planet. Wooden window panel. Health station. Nice. Awesome. Doorway hazard protection unit. Charge. Wooden arch. Colored lights. Bed, chairs, tables. Teleporters are very useful. Yeah, I'd like to make one. Let me
warning. Incoming storm.
go grab so much crap here. Let's drop some stuff on the ground for a moment. Let me drop this signal booster out here. Your ship teleports with you. Good. Good. Where am I? I did it. When this menu is up, you cannot use your jetpack. So if you are quick, if you have your quick menu up and you jump off a little cliff, don't count on your jetpack. Oh man. Let's bring this stack. And let's put one of these things away. Grab the rest of the stack. We have a whole bunch of salvage tech. Oh shit, I didn't even notice we're in a storm. Get up and inside. It's only the second rad storm we've seen on the planet. Not too bad. Okay, blueprint analyzer. Salvage modules. Heck yeah. Tech blueprint acquired. I guess we'll still have to construct it from whatever materials it takes. That extra long, Rex? What's a normal boss fight in Octopath? And did you win?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Let me see what we got from that first. It's components, equipment, decorations. So equipment, farming, permanent tech, teleport module, ionized cobalt, and ion batteries. Okay, so ionized cobalt, we'd have to make that. We'd have to find an underground cave system and collect a bunch of cobalt, etc., etc. But these blueprints stick with us, so okay, let's learn what we can. Save points, windows, health stations, hazard, module, comm station. Don't exactly have an unlimited number. Wood framed glass panel. Sounds cool. Ramp, wooden frontage. Colored light, wooden arch.
Item received.
Alright, burn through the salvage modules that I had. Gets us some inventory back. Ancient key. If we could find another site with another chest, we could use those. Otherwise, we need to sit on them for our inventory. That's... Ugh. Rex, depends. You'll need to find the ionized battery blueprints, or find them. Alright, so we may not be making that anytime soon. We definitely need to sell some stuff. Why don't I take a break and then we'll take a trip to the space station to sell some stuff. I could probably just leave my blueprint analyzer and my pull some of this. Alright. Urban. All this stuff will just stay here happily.
Technology recharge.
Nav data. I wonder if we want to risk using any more nav data on this planet. Because it was eating them, but maybe now that we've cleared a few things, stuff would reappear.
Radiation protection.
Manufacturing facility, resource depots. I don't even want to go check them out when I don't have room to collect stuff. All that stuff will be fine. Is good. Okay. Starship launch fuel. This is almost wasted space for me. Even though we can use it, we're not really short on Starship fuel. It's easy enough if we need to get some stuff. We go into space, mine some asteroids. We have plenty of uranium and tritium. I don't know which does which. You'll get stuck even more. Yeah, all right. I'll take that break. Fine. Both resource depots and manufacturing facilities are guarded, so you'll need to be careful if you do go there. Yeah, I haven't fought anything except for one sentinel with my mining laser. We did just make the bolt caster, but I've only fired it by accident. All that jazz. I'll see you in 10. Cheers.